If you're looking for us on YouTube at any time for Salem basketball, football, baseball, that kind of stuff, look for the channel, the Wabash Catch TV West. Also going to be available in Salem today on Channel 3, as well as in Flora and Louisville on Channel 99. And anywhere else on, like I said, YouTube, Watch TV, Catch TV. 2 games going on today, as a matter of fact. It was the Sisney Running Lions are hosting the Edwards County Fighting Lions today down in Sisney, and Wabash Catch TV doing our best to bring you both contests. Aaron Cummins back at the station, or back at the office, the head end. What do you call that in downtown office? It's got everything there here in Salem. He's at the downtown facility. Let's call it the facility, keeping us on the air. Chris Schulte here on camera, and Amy over there on the other side. I'm gonna need Aaron to send me Amy's last name. I forgot it. I never get to Salem. That's the awful thing. What do you do if you don't get over here very often? Fairfield comes in, as I said, with a 6-0 record. They're going to send Michael Garrett to the mound to face the Wildcats today. And Fairfield was probably their best team in quite some time. They've been underwater for the last few years and have had very young teams, and I think they might have turned a corner, hopefully for them, this year. However, on the other side, Salem is always an outstanding squad, and Coach Brian Leip has his own issues with the experience this year, and it's really an intriguing matchup between these two squads for tonight's game, with the different records for each one, and it just should be a wild one. It's not going to be probably home run filled. If anybody knocks a home run today, more power to them. The flag is fluttering straight in. Thanks, Chris. Fluttering straight in out there in the next to the scoreboard, Wildcat baseball scoreboard. So going to be tough to hit the home runs today. That would probably be more suited for the team that likes to put it on the ground and get the runners going, and that probably describes the Salem Wildcats more so than the Fairfield Mules. But these are two teams that really don't play each other very often, and it's just kind of intriguing to see what kind of game they will put together, since they don't see each other very often. The Mules a member of the Black Diamond Conference, and Salem a member of the Cahokia Conference, and it's just you don't see them all that much. Salem, as I said, has already played 6 home games here. This is the first one we have covered. And I'll give you the technical reasons why we haven't covered many games so far over here. The place where we put the camera over there in third base, on the third base side, well, where Amy is, it's underwater. It has been underwater, and that has certainly affected our ability to bring you these ball games. Amy Rubin over there on the third base camera. But over here on the first base side, where Chris and I are, we're stationed just past first base. Amy, you'll probably see us in some of Amy's shots throughout the course of the day. It's dry as a bone. I feel bad for Amy, but it's pretty dry. Is it pretty dry over there on third base side now, Chris?
It's fairly dry.
He says fairly dry. Fairly dry. That's good. That's good. The managers are meeting the umpires right now. Tim Koch will be on the base paths, and Brad Datering will be the home plate umpire today. I didn't ask if he's the superintendent's son. I don't think he probably is. He could be. I don't know. That's the thing. You know, you get to this level, a lot of folks think umpires care who wins a game. They don't care. They think, oh, that guy's got it in for us. No, umpires, even at the high school basketball is where you hear that kind of yapping all the time. And if you talk to an official, they really don't care who is playing who. They just are calling the games. And I think I said it during the game earlier this week. We had the Wabash Catch TV game down at Sisney. There's always room for more umpires. They're overworked here during spring baseball season. One of the umpires we talked to last week was working 22 out of 25 weekdays in April or something like that, some kind of number like that, and they are looking for help. If you are interested in getting out and getting some sun and helping out your kids in the in your community, umpiring is a outstanding place to start. Looking down the third base line, 312 feet to the left field corner here at Salem. Out to center, it's 360 feet. That's pretty deep. And then all the way over here to the far right foul pole, 292. That's a relatively short porch. But like I said, if somebody pokes it out there today, more power to them. I don't want to see him in an alley because this is a strong wind. A beautiful day, however. I'm not going to sit here and complain about the day at all. 71 degrees here at starting time in Salem. I'm trying to find out what the breeze is. It says 0 miles per hour. Now it's saying, now it's correcting, 8 miles an hour wind, and coming from the west northwest, so pretty much straight in at the hitters all day long, presumably. Checking a lineup for the Fairfield Mules heading up to bat when we get underway here shortly. Wyatt Gilbert at the shortstop. He'll wear number 10. He'll be the first hitter for the Mules. Also, he'll be followed by Bryn Hobbs. Bryn's the second baseman. He wears number 4. Cade Carter in the DH spot, batting third for the Mules. Cade batting over 500 on the year. I was able to collect the statistical information for Fairfield. Cade Carter batting 588 for Fairfield. He'll be followed by Alec Pruitt, who is batting 500. So for the first 6 games of the year, some of these Mules hitters cracking the ball. Michael Garrett next up. He's pitching today. He's the 5th hitter. He's batting 389. Tyler Hooper will be next, playing left field. Wears number 17. Then Rookie Gray, actually known as Skyler, that they call him Rookie. He will be batting 7th. Caden Taylor will hit 8th. He plays right field. And Blake Pruitt in the number 9 hole for the Fairfield Mules today. Salem has taken the field, and Isaac Hayes getting his final warm-up tosses in. Nate Roth, the catcher, wears number 9, as Isaac, wearing number 8, will be pitching to him, at least for a while today. As we've gotten into this dry part of the season, pitch counts are really starting to matter for folks, so you never know who you might end up seeing. Out in the outfield for Salem, Zach Livesey wears number 10 in left field. Out in center, Lucas Morris wearing number 14. Out in right field, Nick Hess, he'll wear number 5 today. Across the infield, Justin Schuett, number 3 at third base. Max Phillips at shortstop, just throwing across right now. He wears number 4. Jack Boker at the second base spot. And Trevor Banning will man first base for the Wildcats. As the wind is kind of ugly. Yes? Shooty. Thank you. What'd I say? Schwetty? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you very much for the correction. Justin Shooty, playing third base. Man, she's got good hearing. You've got very good hearing to get that. Either that or I'm very loud. Are you a Shooty?
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, thank you for the correction. Good. Stepping in is Wyatt Gilbert. He will face the pitching from Isaac Hayes as we are ready to get underway. Right-handed pitcher throws the first one in a little bit up and out, and we are underway with Wyatt Gilbert in the box. Again, the Fairfield Mules in at 6-0 and Salem at 2-9. Nice knock base hit for Gilbert. Gets past the left fielder Zach Livesey, and Gilbert's going to go for two. He gathers pretty quickly. Close play, and he's out at second base. The ball did not get as far away from Livesey as Gilbert was hoping. He turned on the Jets a little bit too late, and a fine tag by Jack Boker to get that first out. Bang bang play. That'll bring up Brent Hobbs. Hobbs watches the first one go by. Give White a hit, and then out trying to stretch it. Out number 1. 1-1 the count here to Brent Hobbs, the right-hander. Right-handed hitter and thrower. Knocks the ball out of play. Not a very tall backstop here at Salem, so I might have a few more balls out of play than you normally would. As Hobbs knocks it to the right field, is it gonna be caught? Nice play by the right fielder Nick Hess, stepping up and making the second out of the inning for Brent Hobbs. F9 in your books. Stepping in now for Fairfield is Cade Carter. Right-handed hitter. Takes a look at the first one. It's a high strike. 0-1 the count to Carter. Carter is a sophomore, and he takes a look at strike 2. Carter leaving the bat on his shoulder so far. I didn't mention, by the way, Wyatt Gilbert was a sophomore as well, and Brent Hobbs also a sophomore. That ball knocked foul into the parking lot down the left side. Hobbs and Carter, part of a team that went to the IAJHS AA state tournament a couple of years ago from New Hope. They were in the Class S down on the down at Coulterville, if I recall correctly. Keeping it alive, Cade Carter fouls it off. He's looking at an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Good crowd on hand in the stands, and a big nice crowd out there in left field. The players are keeping the track attendees occupied. That looks like a shot putter or two over there. Some big kids over there leaning on that fence. Carter fouls another one off and looks at strike 3. That'll do it for the Mules after a 1/2 inning. No score.
Clay County State Bank has been proudly serving the surrounding areas for any and all banking needs since 1905. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, they are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 665-3314, visit claycountybank.com, or in person at 111 North Church Street in Louisville.
When you want it fixed right the first time, there's only one name to call: Landers. We've been serving Salem and surrounding areas with top quality collision repair for over 20 years. And we're stronger than ever. We owe all of our success to you and your faith in our work. Our promise to you is when it's fixed for life. So if you find yourself in a mess, call the best. Big or small, we tow and fix them all. 1-888-LANDERS. Give us a call. You'll be glad you did.
Back and by
Body Works Chiropractic has something for the whole family, and it's not just about aligning your spine. We offer acupuncture and auriculotherapy for pain control, nicotine addiction, ADHD, anxiety, depression, and much more. We can help everyone in your family, from newborns to the elderly. 101 South Main Street on the Square in Louisville.
Call my mommy.
Mikelgarrett. Looking at the Fairfield defense, it is Tyler Hooper in left, Rookie Gray in center, Caden Taylor out there in right field, Blake Pruitt at third base, Wyatt Gilbert at short, Bryn Hobbs at second base, Kobe Dagg at the first base spot. Kobe won't be, he's the DH, or he's being DH'd for today. Michael Garrett pitching, and Alec Pruitt is the catcher for Fairfield. Zach Livesay will open it up for Salem, left fielder. Made a nice play after bobbling the ball. Got picked up, threw it in a hurry to get Gilbert out in that first inning. Isaac Hayes, the pitcher, will be up second, followed by Trevor Banning. Then Max Phillips, shortstop, is cleanup. Nate Roth, catcher, fifth, batting fifth. Addison Box, DH in the sixth hole. Jack Boker, Nick Hess, and Justin Schuett will round out the lineup as Garrett's first pitch is on the way and is low. Oh, it is strike. Strike looking for Zach Livesay. Left-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher. Strike two. Swung through that one a little bit above it. No score here. Bottom half of the first inning. Windy day. You might have seen it when, if you saw the pitcher there, just kicked the dirt and the dust went flying. 0-2 count, and there's the first ball of the game from Garrett. We got a good, nice field out here in Salem. Good scoreboard too. Very informative. 1-2 the count, make it 2-2. As Zach watches a couple go by after starting on in an 0-2 hole. Infield relatively deep for Livesay. The ball popped up, and that's going to get out of play. Looks like out toward somebody's nice deck over there. Count remains 2-2 as Garrett takes a look, his first look at Zach Livesay. Livesay pops it up on deep infield. Second baseman Bryn Hobbs goes to get it and brings it down. First out of the inning brings up Isaac Hayes. Neither name is spelled like the Funk Master from the 1970s. That was I-S-A-A-C-H-A-Y-E-S. This is I-S-A-A-K-H-A-Y-S. And Isaac watches the first one fly by up high. Sure hope Isaac doesn't get the shaft out there. Chris got it. Chris got it. He's giggling. That ball's popped up to the left side. Third baseman comes in to get it. It's trouble. That wind is causing all kinds of problems. But making the play will be Blake Pruitt coming in to make the second out of the inning. And that will bring up Trevor Banning, first baseman for Salem. 2 outs, nobody on. Only hit of the ball game was erased as Wyatt Gilbert attempted to get to second base in that first inning. Garrett's first pitch is a ball. Second one on the way is outside, ball 2. Michael Garrett on the mound for the Mules. And there's a nice hit over the top of the third baseman down into the corner. That may be extra bases for Banning. He rounds first, heads to second, and beats the throw by about a second. Trevor Banning with the first hit of the day for Salem. It's a double with 2 outs, and Max Phillips will come up with a chance to give Salem their first lead of the game. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. Banning put that one right over Blake Pruitt's head. First pitch in is ball 1 to Max Phillips. Max is a senior. Shortstop. You like having senior leadership and experience up the middle, don't you? Garrett's next pitch is knocked up the third base line, and they're going to call that a foul ball. He's out. Apparently the hitter thought he bounced it off his foot. The umpire had disagreed, and hitter never left the box. That's a little unusual, as Max Phillips will head back to the bench, and the batter's in and fielder's out. We'll be back. There's no score. Back after these words.
First, it was the love of your life. Then, the promotion you deserved. The daughter you planned for. And the son you didn't. Now you're ready for a new home. So how do you properly protect all this? To solve the big challenges of tomorrow, start with simple steps today. At Country Financial, if you're ready to start, we're ready to help. So let's get started.
We will help you manage your everyday risk. My mission is to protect and secure what matters most to you, your world.
Ed Lewis Trucking, headquartered in Louisville, Illinois, was founded by Ed and Joan Lewis. Ed Lewis Trucking has expanded their fleet from just 4 to 70 trucks. Having started as a true mom-and-pop business with 4 employees, Ed Lewis Trucking currently has 90 employees. Ed Lewis Trucking, quality service, quality people.
The Iuka State Bank has been serving our customers for over 106 years. Since 1910, we based our business on a simple approach. Start with people, build lasting relationships, serve our communities. Now, with 4 locations to better serve you, we invite you to stop by, visit, and see for yourself. We look forward to the next 106 years and to seeing you soon.
Top of the second inning, no score. And up first for the Mules, it is catcher Alec Pruitt. Pruitt comes into the ballgame hitting .500, and he is a junior. Watches the first 2 pitches go by, first 3 pitches go by. It's 2-1. Throwing for Salem. Oh, there's the ball hit off to the right side. It's a base hit. Gets through the right fielder, and it may roll to the wall. Pruitt can run as long as he likes. He gets to second, and he's going to stop there. He's a catcher again. But Pruitt with the second hit of the ball game for the Fairfield Mules, and both hits to the outfield have had some struggling of the fielding variety. And Pruitt stands on second base with nobody out. For Isaac Hayes, not getting a lot of help from his fielders. He fires the next one in to Michael Garrett, strike 1, as Garrett does have a lot of power. He hit, I want to say, 7 or 8 home runs last season. He watches the next one zip past. It would take that kind of power to get one out today, as it is windy and it is coming from straight center field. Hayes looks at the runner and throws ball 2. Alec Pruitt probably not that big a threat to score. He is a catcher. There's a ball high in the air to right field, forcing the fielder back, and it's over his head, off to the warning track. Pruitt may not score as he'll round third. No, folks weren't sure if Nick Hess was going to be able to get to it, and he got to the ball very closely, but it just got over his head. And there's two doubles in a row for Fairfield. Pruitt has to stop at third as he got the late jump. And with nobody out, that will bring Tyler Hooper to the plate. Left fielder for Fairfield. The fielders are going to scoot in. Very shallow depth. Trying to stop the bunt. First pitch is a strike called to Tyler Hooper. Hooper comes in batting .333 for Fairfield as he watches ball one zip past. Nobody out, men on second and third. Salem's got their hands full right now. That ball knocked foul, grabbed by the catcher. So 2 strikes now against Tyler Hooper. Hooper is a senior, and he knocks it to the right side, gathered by the second baseman, able to get the out at first base, but the runner will score, and the man on second advances to the third. So Pruitt gets in, and Michael Garrett heads to third base. Basically a swinging bunt there for Tyler Hooper. Give him a sacrifice 4-1, and that's the first out of the inning. But Fairfield takes a lead, 1-0 here in the top of the second. Next up for the Mules is rookie Gray, Skyler Rookie Gray. Where's number 15? He's the center fielder for the Mules. Hayes has started him out with 2 balls. Very close to the strike zone, but a little bit out. 2-0 the count. Man on third. He pops it foul to out of play. They thought they might keep that one in play, and nothing doing with this wind. I just lost my sunglasses. I'll get up and get them here in a second. 2-1 on Hooper. Pardon me, on Gray. Michael Garrett at third base with only 1 out. Fairfield wouldn't mind sacking him in too. That ball gets through. It's caught by the catcher. It's a second strike, however. Full count now for Gray. Hayes backs off the mound as they let the dust blow off the field. This is a windy day. And he strikes out. Great pitch by Isaac Hayes as rookie Gray just swung right through it. He probably got a little aluminum on it, but not enough to keep it out of the catcher's mid. Nate Roth with a good play on it. Nate Roth's a good catcher. He's been keeping everything in front of him. Caden Taylor will go up next for Fairfield. Still has that man on third, but now 2 outs. Taylor wears number 4. He's the right fielder, and he bops it over the top of the infield, and that's going to be a hit. That will score the run as Hess was playing shallow but could not quite get to it. And Caden Taylor slapping the hands with his coach, Caleb Smothers, as he gets a hit and gets an RBI. Michael Garrett scores easily from third. He was running on contact. 2 outs, man on first now for Fairfield. They lead 2-0. Blake Pruitt at the plate. He's a freshman, third baseman. He swings through that first pitch as Isaac Hayes trying to get out of the inning. Fouls the next one out of play. The student parking lot right next to the field here at Salem. So folks there's still probably some student cars there as well as some fans here. But it's in prime foul ball territory. Next one into Blake is deep inside. First ball, 1-2 the count, 2 outs. Fairfield still with a man on base at first. Mules already with 2 runs in. A 3 3 hits. And there is strike 3 for Pruitt swinging. But Fairfield comes up with 2 runs on 3 hits. And after 1.5, it is 2-0 Fairfield. We'll be back after these messages.
Here at Elizabeth Collision Center, when you walk in, you become part of our family. Our number one thing here is not just turning a profit. Our number one thing here is serving our community. And that is very important to me. Know this, you can trust us and we'll wheel and deal.
This is Jeff Morgan at the Minor League in Salem. Does your school, organization, or company have any custom apparel needs? Minor League is the leading screen printing and embroidery company in the region. What about signs, banners, trophies, plaques, or sporting goods? Minor League is here for you. Come and see what Minor League can do for you today. Find our friendly staff ready to serve you at 115 West Main in downtown Salem, or call 548-8040.
Come join us at Glamour Farms Boutique, where you will find a variety of shoes, accessories, and clothing in both missy and curvy styles that are sure to complement every woman's natural beauty. Visit our store during our new store hours, located along US Route 45 in Louisville, or visit us online at glamourfarms.com.
Welcome back to Salem. Here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, Fairfield has jumped out to a 2-0 lead. And Salem will send up Nate Roth along with Addison Box and Jack Boker to face Fairfield's Michael Garrett. Salem did pick up 1 hit, a double in that 1st inning from Trevor Banning. Unable to take advantage of that man in scoring territory, as that was with 2 outs. Garrett's opened up here with Roth with a 1-1 count. Bottom of the 2nd inning. We'll play 7. Garrett's next pitch to Roth is ball 2. Fairfield has played twice this week already. They defeated McLeansboro, Hamilton County on Monday and shut out Johnston City yesterday 7-0. And here comes some more dust. Garrett's next pitch is up and high and outside, well outside. So 3-1 the count now on Nate Roth. Nate's a catcher, he's a good one. Watching him catch, he's stopped pretty much everything, and good hands on those foul balls too. As that one is poked out of play. That dude was messing with his barbecue grill over there in his backyard. And hey, I got a baseball over here. He's going to get it now. Where'd that go? Full count to Roth. He pops a foul again. Is this one going to stay in play for Pruitt? No, sir. Just behind the Fairfield dugout. Now that one didn't get into the. That one didn't make it all the way to the barbecue grill. I see one of the mules heading over there to pick up the ball. That's Lucas Halbert. Lucas looks like he's getting a piece of chicken too. Another foul out of play. As Nate Roth fighting to stay alive against Michael Garrett. He might be coming back with food. Michael Garrett's next offering on the full count is hit into right for over the head of the fielder. It's going to be off the wall. And that's going to be a long single, as well defended after it went over his head by Caden Taylor. He got it into Bryn Hobson immediately to the shortstop Wyatt Gilbert. That will hold Roth to a single. What an outstanding at bat for Nate Roth. And he'll head to the bench as the courtesy runner checks in to replace him. Replacing Roth for Salem is Jacob Harness. Jacob's a junior, and he's on first base with nobody out. Michael Garrett firing now to Addison Box. That might be the only way for somebody to get the ball out of the park is to keep it low like that one was. It was a line drive shot. Hit the base of the wall, base of the fence. It was a well-hit ball from Roth. That's the short part of the field over here in right. 292 feet. Garrett with a 1-1 count. Harness runs and swung through, throw down to second. He's out. He is caught stealing. So everything went wrong for Salem on that play. Strike 2 against the hitter, and a strike down to second base from Alec Pruitt. Brent Hobbs with the tag. There's a strike 3 as Box got a little tied up with that one. He'll swing through it. Second out of the inning. I'll bring up Jack Boker. He takes a look at or swings through the first one. Oh man, that one hit a pickup truck pretty good. That hit the top of the cab on that Ford over there. Yeah, bounced out. It's underneath the marching Wildcats trailer now. Next pitch is a ball. It's 1-1 to count. To Boker. B-O-E-K-E-R. Plays second base. Next ball is knocked back to the mound. He had trouble getting it. Garrett now gathers and throws it away. Boker is going to head to second. Backed up now by Taylor. He fires to second base, but not in time. He did. It is in time. 2 outfield assists for Caden Taylor, and Boker is gunned down at second base. My goodness. So a defensive outfield play, very solid for Fairfield right now. We'll move to the top of the third. Fairfield leads Salem 2-0. Back after these.
Life is made up of moments. We care about those moments as much as you do. We are Modern Woodmen, a fraternal financial services organization, member-owned, not stockholder-run. Since 1883, we've supported families, strengthened communities, and helped people reach their financial goals. From protection to saving to retirement planning, let us help you plan for those special moments in your life.
I'm Justin Harness. Call me for career opportunities, and go Wildcats.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
And welcome back to Salem High School. Fairfield Mules versus the Salem Wildcats. Fairfield leads going into the top of the third inning by a score of 2-0. They send up their 1, 2, and 3 hitters, Gilbert, Hobbs, and Carter. And Isaac Hayes remains in the ball game. He's pitched pretty solid for Salem. He's had a couple of bobbles in the field that haven't helped him a ton, as the Mules put together 3 hits to get 2 runs in that second inning. Well, the crowd's still buzzing about that outfield throw from Caden Taylor to second base to get that out. Most of the buzzing that I'm hearing is no way. They might be right. I don't know about that. Might be right. I look forward to seeing that one on replay eventually. 0-1 the count to Gilbert. Make that 1-1 now. Gilbert, his first trip up, got a single, and he was thrown out by Hess, the right fielder. His next pitch is knocked over the head of the center fielder deep this part of the park, picked up at the warning track. Gilbert's at second base standing. Right over the head of Lucas Morris, and Wyatt Gilbert with 2 hits now. Bryn Hobbs will step up. He's the second baseman. His first trip up, he flew out to right field. Next one from Hayes. That one's going to be knocked over the center, over the shortstop into center, and that will be a base hit. Sends Hobbs to first, and Gilbert will stay at third. Not even around. He basically got to third base and stood there. So 2 hits to start this inning off for Fairfield as they lead 2-0 and get going right into the heavy part of the Mules order. Cade Carter and Alec Pruitt and Michael Garrett next up. Carter struck out looking his first trip. Hayes first offering to him a bit low. Does not get away from Nate Roth. Roth has been outstanding behind that plate, blocking it, making sure that no ball gets away. He's a good catcher. Hayes looks at first and fires. That'll be ball 1. Make that ball 2. 2-0 to Carter this time. A little different from the first story when their first time up, when Carter got a couple of strikes to start out looking, and then ended up striking out looking a little bit after that. He did foul a couple off before he struck out looking. That time he gets that strike called. Hayes now trailing 2-1 to Cade Carter. Make it 2-2. Carter very patient. I guess that's how you get to bat 589. Isaac Hayes fires the right-hander, and it's knocked down the left field line. Is it fair? No, sir. Men on first and third. Nobody out for Cade Carter. It's a 2-2 count. Gilbert at third, Hobbs at first. Those two sophomores got base hits, third sophomore in a row. Cade Carter trying to knock him in. Back to Hobbs. He is safe at first base. The throw over. Trevor Banning, the first baseman, applying the late tag. Hayes' next one, 2-2 count, is fouled out of play. Oh, just missed that Z71 over there. That was very close. 2-2 still. And Carter strikes out looking again. He's a little bit flustered up there against Isaac Hayes. Hayes has his number. Still men on first and third with 1 out now. Not too many people have been able to get Cade Carter. Hayes has him twice. It'll be Alec Pruitt up, the catcher for Fairfield. Back to first, the runner back safely, Hobbs. He calls time to get up. Probably pretty smart of Isaac Hayes to keep throwing that direction. I wouldn't be surprised to see Hobbs take off maybe on this pitch. He does not. Ball is low, gathered by Nate Roth, the Salem catcher. Wildcats trail by 2 runs, and Fairfield Mules trying to add to it. Men on first and third, now 1 out. Pruitt Jr. watches the second one bounce through. That's ball 2. As the breeze comes across again. I forgot my Carmex. Hey, Chris, would you run get me some Carmex? He's busy. He can't do that. Chris Schulte over here on one camera. Amy Rubin on the other side. Aaron Cummins back at the head end here in Salem. Keeping everything going. Nice pitch from Hayes that time. First strike against Pruitt. It's 2-1. Pruitt probably trying to get something in the air as the ball bounces about 3 feet in front of the plate and then off the chest protector of Nate Roth. Back out across the plate. Isaac Hayes says, hey, don't worry about it. I'll go get that myself. No problem. And there is ball 4. We'll load them up for Michael Garrett. Gilbert on third, Hobbs on second, Pruitt on first, Garrett the pitcher at the bat. Nowhere to put him, and the ball's fouled to this right side. Bounces between the buildings, I think. That might be difficult to catch, difficult to find. Right-handed hitter, he is prone to knock it right at us. Oh, and he's hit. Hit by the pitch. That will score a run as Garrett gets an RBI the unpleasant way. Gilbert comes around to score, and that makes it 3-0 in favor of Fairfield. Bases loaded, still just 1 out for Tyler Hooper. Hooper got an RBI in the second inning on a sacrifice, kind of a drag bunt to the right side. And he knocks that one foul out of play. That one's going to be, off that, is that a Chevy Cruze? I'm trying to keep people informed as to what car gets hit, just in case they're here and watching later and wondering if that's the one that hit me. Double down the right field line, picked up by Hess. He fires to the first baseman, the cutoff man, and makes it just a single. Holds Hooper to a single, but a run will score as Brent Hobbs makes his way from third base. Check that, Hobbs still over on third. My bad. That one knocked well into right field. That's going to be foul. Boy, that would have been a home run had he straightened it out. Rookie Gray really knocking the tar out of it. Yeah, Hobbs did score. Pardon me. Pruitt's on third base. Pruitt on third, Garrett on second, and Hooper at first. That one's going right for my car. Oh, just missed it. You know, if I'm going to be worried about cars, Chris, I probably shouldn't leave it there. Very close to it. Rookie Gray watches ball 2 go by. It's 2-2 the count. I've got 4 runs for Fairfield. There's a strike. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Gray strikes out for the second time today. That'll bring up Caden Taylor. Taylor with a single last trip up, and that scored Michael Garrett. He's got the bases loaded in front of him with 2 outs now. I've got it 4-0, and he pops it up. Is that going to blow foul? It sure will. Is Hess going to have a shot at it? No, sir. The bounce and hits my tire. This wind is not helping me. Runners back to their spots. Pruitt on third. Garrett on second. Hooper on first. Caden Taylor at the bat. He fouls off another one. That bounces off the umpire. And it'll be an 0-2 count. Well, they've got the score wrong on the board if you're interested, folks, by the way. I've got 4-0. As Nate Roth goes out and has some words with Isaac Hayes. Says, hey, you know, we got 2 outs. How about we just, you got the 0-2 count on this fella. How about you just waste one and then we'll throw strike three? What do you say? Isaac Hayes' next pitch would have been a strike, but it's knocked over the infield, and Hess makes a nice play on it. He almost overran it, but Nick Hess able to gather it, and that will do it for the Mules as Caden Taylor flies out. But Fairfield does come up with 2 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits, and they lead it now 4-0 going into the bottom of the third. Back after.
Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous!
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening!
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up!
Ah!
That's why State Farm is there, with car insurance for when things go wrong, but also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
Talk to State Farm agent Angie Morelli in Flora today.
Come on down to Zinc Building Center for all your building needs. Whether it's a do-it-yourself project or new construction, we'd love to help. See us for doors, windows, metal roofs, shingles, siding, paint, lumber, and electrical. We're located on Route 45 in Louisville.
This way is to go right down the right, and it goes right along there to Boone. Take a left at Boone and a right on Shelby, and literally, as the crow flies, it's about a quarter of a mile.
Fairfield with 2 runs in each of the second and third innings has given them a 4-0 lead. Now they've fixed the scoreboard. By golly, Chris, we knew we were right. That makes me feel good. There are my sunglasses again. My life stinks. Michael Garrett remains in to pitch for the Mules, throwing shutout right now. As Salem will send up their 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Nick Hess first, followed by Justin Schutte. And Zach Livesay will have his second opportunity of the game. As the dust kicks up again, it is that kind of day, folks. I'm not going to complain. I am not complaining. I hope I don't sound like I'm complaining. Compared to the weather we've had, this is paradise. Absolutely right. Michael Garrett pitching to Nick Hess. And fires it through for strike 1. Looking. Hess, the right fielder's he's had a busy day. He's made some pretty good plays and had one knocked over his head, knocks it over to the shortstop toward second base, gathered and thrown out. Nice play by Wyatt Gilbert to bring it across to Kobe Dagg. 6-3 for the out. Justin Schutte at bat now for Salem. He's the third baseman. He swings through strike 1. Justin is a senior, one of 8 seniors on the squad. Swing, and he fouls that one out of play. It's 0-2 the count now. As Schutte trying to get something going. It's 4-0. Fairfield with a 4-0 lead at this point. Still a long way to go. Just the bottom of the third inning. Plenty of time. Schutte watches that one go across over his head. And that'll be the first ball. 1 out. Garrett walks around trying to gather his senses after throwing that one above his head. You see a pitcher do that, you often wonder, are they getting tired? Or are they just frustrated? Well, he might be getting a little tired. Looks like may have lost a little bit of control as that one bounced at the plate. Garrett's next one, 2-2 count, fouled back and away. Remains 2-2 with 1 out here in this bottom of the third inning. Nate Roth, or pardon me, Alec Pruitt heading out to have some words with his pitcher. I think Alec might have noticed the same thing I did. He's trying to settle his pitcher down, settle Michael down. No, in high school baseball, there are no limitations on number of trips to the mound, as opposed to Major League Baseball now. Ball inside, brings it a full count with 1 out. To Schutte. He's the number 9 hitter. Zach Livesay on deck. Anybody gets on, then it'll be Isaac Hayes. Knocked it to the hole, and it gets past Wyatt Gilberts for a base hit. Schutte rounds the bag and gathers that he doesn't need to go attempt to get to second. He'll be on base for Zach Livesay. Livesay wearing number 10, plays left field. His first trip up, he flew out to the second baseman, pardon me. And this trip he watches ball 1 roll past. Number 10, his second trip up. Flew out to open the game for Salem. Throw over to first base. A little closer than I expected it. Kobe Dagg with the tag for Fairfield. But no problem for Justin Schutte getting back there. Livesay's next from Garrett. Ball 2, outside. Did I say it looked like Garrett's getting tired? Looks like Garrett's getting tired, doesn't it? Folks don't pitch that long anymore. That's fine. That's safer on the kids' arms, that's for sure. There's ball 3. The trick is to have enough guys to be able to realize that and finish the game. Garrett's next is strike 1. Looking. You knew Zach Livesay was going to let that one go by, as 6 out of the last 8 pitchers, 6 out of the last 7 pitches had been balls. That would knock to the shortstop, gets to second for the first out, and to first, too late, but the Mules do get 1 out at second base. Nice job by Schutte in helping affect the throw. That's out number 2. Fielder's choice gets Zach Livesay on board. That'll bring up Isaac Hayes, the pitcher. Garrett peeks over at first base. Livesay doesn't look like he's going to run. That ball is knocked out to left field. Some trouble out there, but on the way in to make the grab against the wind is Tyler Hooper, and that will do it for Salem here in the 3rd inning. After 3, it is Fairfield 4, Salem 0. We'll be back after these.
Heating or air conditioning problems? Appliances not working properly? Call Zimdars. Zimdars has proudly served the Louisville and surrounding areas for over 20 years. With a staff ready to handle anything, call local, call Zimdars. 665-4466, located at 111 Route 45 in Louisville.
Bandy's Pharmacy, with locations in Salem, Centralia, and Irvington, are your locally owned pharmacies. At Bandy's, you'll always work with someone who greets you by name. We specialize in serving our communities with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medications and health products. Our pharmacists take the time to explain your medication and answer the questions you may have. Caring for you and about you is our #1 priority.
And welcome back here to Salem as the Fairfield Mules come up for the 4th time. They lead the Wildcats 4-0. My name is Bruce Dickey. Amy Rubin over there on the left-hand side of the infield. Chris Schulte behind me over here on the right-hand side. Aaron Cummins back in the station in downtown Salem. You are watching us on Wabash Catch TV, Channel 3 here in Salem, Channel 99 if you're watching in Louisville or Flora. As Blake Pruitt will come to bat for the Mules. It'll be the 9, the 1, and the 2 for Fairfield. Pruitt, Gilbert, and Hobbs. Pruitt now the 1-1 count. New pitcher for Salem is Levi Hayes. I wonder if he's related to Isaac. Ball gets past the third baseman. That's going to be a hit or an error for Blake Pruitt. Either way, he's on to start this 4th inning. It took an odd little bounce there to him. What are you going to say, a hit or an error on that, Chris? Bad hop got him. Chris says an error, so I'm going to give him an error. E5. Either way, brings up Wyatt Gilbert. He steps into that swing and fouls it away. Gilbert knocks it hard to the left side. Look out, everybody. Right into the fan section. Trying to text somebody. They're looking for me on YouTube or looking for this game on YouTube and can't find it. You got to find Wabash Catch TV West as Gilbert laces it out to center field, and that will move the runner up and get 2 runners on now as Gilbert with his 3rd base hit of the night. He's got a single and a double and now a single again. Blake Pruitt moves down to 2nd base, still just that's 16, not 15 on the pitcher. I thought it was Hayes. That is Brett Whitney pitching now for Salem. Whitney's next one is fouled away. Fake the bunt and then backed out. They throw it out to center field or throw it to 2nd base and it gets to center field. That'll move the runners up. And not a good throw. That was well away from the fielders. Roth with his first mistake of the night that I've seen, as Max Phillips and Jack Boker had no real shot at it. Actually, now that's Justin Schutte at 2nd base. 0-2 count for Brent Hobbs. He watches that one go by for ball 1. Next one from Whitney is fouled out of play. Mules lead it 4-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. It's been a dandy game, nobody out here for Fairfield. They're trying to add to it. Hobbs bounces it to the shortstop. He'll throw home, and a good catch gets him, but he dropped the ball. Gilbert moves up to 3rd, and Hobbs tries to decoy to get a throw, but count the run. He leaped over the catcher and had to come back to touch the plate. Pruitt did. and it will count. There was some question as Fairfield coach Billy Rogers said, "Hey, did you ever say safe to plate umpire Brad Datering?" He says, "Yeah, he was safe." All right, that's all I wanted to know for sure, he says. So that run scores for Pruitt, and Hobbs is standing at first base on the fielder's choice. Gilbert all the way over to third. First and third. Cade Carter's third trip up. He's struck out twice looking as he fouls that one out of play. Bounces up and lands on the Suburban. Bummer dude. Carter's been very patient. His first two trips to the plate. As his first trip, he struck out on about 5 pitches. Watched the first two go by for strikes, fouled 2 away, and then struck out on the 5th pitch, watching it go by. That was a different pitcher. That was Isaac Hayes. Now he's looking at Brett Whitney. Whitney's next is outside. Oh, check that strike. Looking again. Makes the count 1-2. Cade with a good eye. He's shown it all day long, except for that last one. And he'll bounce that one up the middle to the shortstop. They get the out at second base. Carter safe at first. But the Mules are unable to score. Gilbert didn't go home. So now it's Carter at first base on a fielder's choice. Gilbert didn't move off at third. And that's only one out in the inning. One out, safety first, says Coach Billy Rogers, I guess. That brings up Pruitt, and he'll knock it to second base. He gathers, throws to first for the double play, and the Mules are erased. But they did score 1 run. So after the top of the 4th inning, it is Fairfield 5, Salem 0. We'll be back after these words.
Marion County Savings.
I enjoy working here because the employees are treated like family.
This is a great place to work, that's for sure.
We enjoy helping others.
Our customers are like family to us.
Our mobile banking app is so easy to use.
We're social. Like us on Facebook.
Thank you to our members and customers.
At LTD Ford, we're committed to keeping your vehicle running like the day you took it home. From transmissions to brakes, batteries to tires, our ASE certified team will fix it fast and fix it right the first time. All at the price that will leave you smiling. And don't forget, at LTD Ford, our fast lane service is open Monday through Saturday with no appointment necessary for your convenience. Let Leonard, Tim, and the rest of the LTD team show you the difference. Visit us at 848 East Nolman in Centralia.
And welcome back to Salem High School, Salem Community High School. The Wildcats against the Fairfield Mules. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. And for Salem, it will be Trevor Banning along with Max Phillips and followed by Nate Roth. Banning the first baseman, Phillips the shortstop, Roth the catcher. And they will continue to face Michael Garrett. He's gone all the way for Fairfield so far. Has shut out the Salem Wildcats. Salem does have 1 hit. Make that 2 hits in their 3 innings. As Fairfield is ready to go, Garrett stands on the mound. Umpire takes his, eats his peanuts, we're ready to go. First time up, Banning hit a double. A stinging double. He bounces that one to third base. Hard throw is over the head of the first baseman, Kobe Daggett. Banning's heading for second base. No play for Caden Taylor. Blake Pruitt just kind of skied that one. I think he was he thought he kind of bobbled the ball as he gathered it, and in doing so, he thought he needed to put a little extra juice on it, and he threw it into the fence right at me. So a hit and an error, pardon me, an error all the way, sends Banning to second base. E5. Phillips, shortstop, up now for Salem. Max Phillips. Max is a senior. Like I said, one of 8 seniors on this Salem squad. He looks at a ball, now knocks it to the shortstop wide. Gilbert gathers, fires to first. Safe. Phillips beat the throw. Now it'll be men on first and third as Banning heads to third base, and this is the first real solid scoring opportunity for Salem. Fairfield leads at 5-0, but Salem putting something together now. It was a nice play by Phillips. He just outran the slow roller. Garrett steps off the mound, takes a look at Kobe Dagg, makes sure he's in place there at first base. Now he's ready to throw to Alec Pruitt. Nate Roth, the hitter, he knocks it deep into center, and it's going to be grabbed by the center fielder, and they'll hold the runner at third as rookie Gregg got that one in a hurry to Bryn Hobbs, and I think they might have seen enough of Bryn Hobbs' arm already today that they didn't really feel like challenging it. Next up for Salem is Addison Box, and he swings through the first pitch. It's 1 out now. Still men on first and third. Box, the DH, struck out his first trip to the plate. Garrett takes his time, fires it in, the ball fouled away. Hardly even looked over at Max Phillips at first base. Just 1 out. You kind of wonder if Salem wants to try any shenanigans. See if they can't discombobulate the pitcher a little bit and get that run home. They trail by 5 here in the bottom of the 4th. Next one from Garrett is a little outside. 1-2 the count. Banning at third. Phillips at first. There's the pitch, and a late swing will strike out Addison Box. Kind of struck out the same way he did the first time. Got just tangled up by Garrett both times, and that's now 2 outs. Next up for Salem is Jack Boker. Where's number 6? He's the second baseman. By the way, on that strikeout, Max Phillips went ahead and took second base when the ball got away. So men on second and third now, 2 outs. Garrett's next delivery is popped up. Is it going to stay in play for Pruitt? No. More in play for the parents over there. Those Fairfield parents found a nice little safe spot underneath the fence, and there was a screaming foul ball line drive that hit that little barn shed behind them a few minutes ago and scared the willies out of them. 2 outs, 1-1 the count to Jack Boker, B-O-E-K-E-R. Wide stance, ball 2. Michael Garrett has pitched the whole way here for the Mules. Where's number 25 for Check that. That's Brett Whitney. That's a 16, not a 6. That's the new pitcher at the plate. And he watches ball 3 go by. 3-1 the count. That's the only difficulty for us, Chris, being this far away. A difficulty seeing numbers in it from time to time. Whitney looking at a 3-1 count, and he will stay in the box. The entire Salem fans thought that was ball 4. Whitney thought it was ball 4. I thought it was ball 4. It's strike 2. Now this one's got to be way away to be ball 4. It's in the dirt. It is ball 4. You're not going to get that call twice in a row. As Brett Whitney heads to first base. And that will bring up a new player as well. I think that's Jacob Hannes. And the ball gets away from Pruitt. In to score is Banning on the pass ball. Runners move up. Now men on second and third again, and that's first run of the game for Salem. Fairfield leads at 5-1. Salem a hit away here from being from really causing some problems. Check that. That's 15. That's Levi Hayes at the plate for Salem. Second pitch is ball 2. And you can almost see Garrett withering on the mound now. He's got his hat up on his head. Trouble is, the Mules need as many pitches and innings as they can get out of him. They have conference game tomorrow. They had a conference game yesterday, had a conference game Monday. And there's a strike on 3-0 to Levi Hayes. Hayes is a junior, big tall lad. 3-1 the count. Men on second and third. Strike 2. Hayes trying to earn his way on through the walk. And now exciting again. Bottom of the 4th inning, it's 5-1 Fairfield. Salem trying to claw their way back. Garrett's next. Strike 3, and that'll do it for the Wildcats this inning. But they do get 1 run on 1 hit, and the Fairfield Mules heading into the top of the 5th inning lead it 5-1. We'll be back after these.
Fiber to the home is a new and fast-growing method of providing higher bandwidth to consumers and businesses. Connecting homes directly to fiber optic cables enables large improvements in the bandwidth for faster internet download speeds and allowing you to have expanded television options. Only Wabash built a fiber optic network in this area. Wabash's internet service includes unlimited data usage, consistent and reliable service with 24/7 emergency tech support. Call 665-3311 now to sign up for one of our upgraded packages.
Life is made up of moments. We care about those moments as much as you do. We are Modern Woodmen, a fraternal financial services organization, member-owned, not stockholder-run. Since 1883, we've supported families, strengthened communities, and helped people reach their financial goals. From protection to saving to retirement planning, let us help you plan for those special moments in your life.
I'm Jane Ware, your Modern Woodman agent.
At Salem Rural King, we take pride in serving our community.
Welcome back to Salem Community High School. It's a ball diamond pretty much on the premises of the high school. Right behind us, you can see the backside of the gymnasium as Brett Whitney set to throw to Michael Garrett. Garrett pitching today. Watches the first pitch go past for ball 1. Whitney in his 2nd inning of action starts Garrett off with 2 balls. And make it 3. Whitney, quick pitcher on the mound, but so far not terrifically accurate against against Garrett. Garrett, the right-hander, watches strike one go past. He was not about to nibble at that one. Top of the 5th inning, it's 5-1 in favor of Fairfield. And now he laces it down the right field line. It is foul. About 3 feet foul for Michael Garrett. Whitney's 2nd inning of action gave up 1 run in the 4th, and that one ball is knocked the other direction. That one is a fair ball, and Garrett will head just to first base as it's corralled safely and thrown back in. Zach Livesey out there in left field, able to bring it back in, but again, the Mules open an inning with a base hit. They have opened the 1st with a hit, the 2nd with a hit. Well, let's see. Did that one open with a hit? 3rd with a hit. And the 4th, Blake Pruitt got on by way of an error. So Fairfield hitting the ball today. Man on first base, nobody out. Up next is Tyler Hooper, and he'll bounce it over the pitcher. 2 gathered by the 2nd baseman. They get the out at 2nd base, and no throw to get Tyler Hooper. So Hooper on the fielder's choice, as Garrett will be erased at 2nd. Here comes rookie Gray, center fielder for Fairfield, with 1 out, a man at first base. He swings way over the top of the first offering from Brett Whitney. Like I said, Whitney's a junior, got strong legs, and he pops that one foul out of play.
Girls look cold. You look like you're cold here.
Fairfield leads Salem here 5-1 now in this top of the 5th inning. You know, Coach Billy Rogers would like to pile on some more. You know, Coach Brian Leip would like to stop that action as Gray strikes out. Gray pretty much fooled on a couple of those pitches from Whitney. Brings in Caden Taylor. Taylor made a great play in right field earlier in the game as he pops this one up. Will it stay in play? The catcher have an opportunity. He does get it right against the fence, and that will do it for the Mules. A fine play by Roth. And Salem will come up to bat, trailing by 4 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 5-1 Fairfield. Back after these.
Looking for cutting-edge products with the convenience of banking anywhere? Ready to earn cash back or interest on your account? If so, stop by one of our branches and ask about our Hometown Rewards checking accounts and our new mobile banking app with remote deposit and bill pay. The Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Company. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
This is Jeff Morgan at Coach's Corner Pub and Game Room in downtown Salem. If you're looking for the best sports pub in the region, look no further. Coach's Corner is a full-service bar with a multi-sport simulator, pool, darts, and video poker. We also have 8 TVs featuring a 75-inch TV behind the bar and the NFL Sunday Ticket. If you are looking for a place to watch the big game, relax, or a place with many gaming options, Coach's Corner is for you. Come see our friendly staff at 115 West Main in downtown Salem, and remember to enter through the south side of the minor league building. See you soon.
Michael Garrett comes back out to pitch the bottom of the 5th inning for Fairfield. You got to wonder if the Mules aren't going to the well a little bit too often. Justin Schutte heads to the plate. It's the number 9, number 1, and number 2 hitters due up for Salem. Justin Schutte, the 3rd baseman, will bat first, followed by Zach Livesey. 5-1, Fairfield leads Salem. As Garrett's first one is high and tight and outside, or high and inside, ball 1. Hello to all you folks listening in Wayne County on YouTube, Wabash Catch TV West. It's a fun channel. Check out that one or Wabash Catch TV. Catch TV playing a lot of the Sisney and Louisville games, North Clay games. This one focusing more on the Salem games. As Garrett's next one. High and tight again. It's 3-0 count. Also here in Salem on Channel 3 and Channel 99 if you're watching in Flora and Louisville. There's a strike from Garrett to Shoot. Shoot got a single his last time up. He was erased in a on a fielder's choice from Zach Livesay, and Shooty will get on again, this time by way of a walk. He's been on twice. Bringing up Zach Livesay. Flew out to the second baseman his first trip and reached on a fielder's choice his second time up. As they throw down to first, seeing if they can't catch Shooty a little far off the base. No, sir. First pitch was a ball. Livesay, left-handed hitter, fakes the bunt. They throw down again. They're still not in time to get Shooty, but trying to keep him honest. Shooty wants to get around, get a run in. It's 5-1 Fairfield. Beginning to get late. And there goes Shooty. Heading to second. Throw from Pruitt is too late. And Shooty is safe. Pitch was a ball. It was ball 3. And Garrett in close to getting himself in a little bit of a pickle here. There is a strike. Brent Hobbs trying to hold Shooty on second base as Garrett peers back at him. Now the throw to the plate. Knocked over to right field. That's going to get down, and that may score a run. Gathered by Taylor. He throws it in, and they will not send the runner from third. Shooty. So it's first and third now as Livesay with his first hit of the game. And that will bring up, I didn't catch a number on him. I don't think it's number 1, is it?
Nope.
Is it 8?
8.
Brought him in. That's still Isaac Hayes. I thought they took him out whenever they took him off the pitching mound, but he stays in the game. Isaac Hayes at the plate. He fakes the bunt, misses the bunt. That's a strike. Don't really think he was trying to squeeze. Hayes 0 for 2. Flew out to the third baseman and also struck out. Next one from Garrett to Hayes is a bit high. 1-1 to count. Men on first and third. Fairfield leads by 4. That lead getting more tenuous as time goes by. Salem really working their way back in. Hayes looks at the 1-1, watches it go past for ball 2. Pruitt doing a nice job behind the plate, keeping the ball in front of him as well, but Salem's only run did come in on a passed ball. And there is ball 3. Coach Rogers probably already had the conversation with Michael Garrett saying, hey, son, this game is yours. You are going as long as we can ride you. Next one over the top is ball 4. Took a little bit off of that one, trying to get it into the strike zone. And Caleb Smothers will come out and have a chat with Michael Garrett with the bases chucked. The bases are loaded, and up will be Trevor Banning. Banning reached on an error the last time up. He hit a double his first trip to the plate. Was wasted on the base pass as he got that double with 2 outs. Wildcats unable to get him in. So a walk, a hit, and a walk have loaded the bases here for Salem. Schutte on third, Livesay on second, Isaac Hayes on first. And Trevor Banning, big number 7, will step in the box for Salem. Banning's a senior. Garrett's first offering is strike 1. Brad Datering behind the plate, taking his time to call that strike. Second pitch is low. Now with 2 walks on these first 3 hitters in this 5th inning, you got to figure that unless it comes up there on a cake pan, that Banning's going to look to get on. That one's ball 2, and they've got a player that got player hung up. Now they throw home, and they've got the runner from third hung up. They're trying to get him at third. They get the out at third base. What a job by Alec Pruitt. He threw it to Kobe Dagg. Dagg started getting a run down between second and third, and he kept his eye toward home. He found Pruitt back there as Schutte was trying to skip home. Pruitt able to slow him down, ran him back to third base, and threw it to his brother to tag him out. Perfect job on the rundown by the Mules, and that erases a big runner for Salem. Score remains 5-1. Now men on first and second with the 1 big out. Let's see, that would be, it's not really 2-4-2-5. Well, that's what I'm going to put anyway. 2-4-2-5. That ball knocked foul deep down into the left field line. Looks like down into some of the brush. Those are big oak trees that have dropped some brush over the winter time. Banning remains at the plate. He's started out at first base. Garrett, next pitch with 1 out. Full count, and he'll walk him. Loads the bases up again. As Banning heads to first, it's Livesay on third, Hayes on second, Max Phillips, the shortstop, coming to the plate. He got a single his last time up. Grounded out to the second baseman his first time up, so he's 1 for 2. As Garrett's first pitch is a strike. Bottom of the 5th inning, 5-1 in favor of Fairfield, but one swing of the bat could tie things up right now for Max Phillips. He's the shortstop. Looks at ball 1 coming through. It's 1-1 now. Salem fans getting fired up behind their squad. Fairfield fans hoping for some kind of out. There's ball 2. Michael Garrett has pitched the whole way for Fairfield, and he's got the bases chucked behind him. Next one from the bigger righty is ball 4. I had that 3-1. I had that 2-1. I guess it was 3-1. As it is, that's going to be all for Michael Garrett. Garrett heads to the bench with 3 runners still on base behind him. He can get the win. He could not get the loss. And he may be going to the bench to change gloves, as also heading in for Fairfield is Caden Taylor. We'll see who's going to come out to pitch. That is the change, as Garrett will head out to take Taylor's place out in left field. And Caden Taylor will switch his glove to the pitcher, to his pitching weapon. So Taylor to the mound with the bases loaded and one out here in this bottom of the 5th inning. It's 5-2 Fairfield. Taylor coming into a pickle. He's got men on first, second, and third. And the Mules are fortunate that they were able to get the get Schutte in the rundown. As Salem has their second run of the game. And Caden Taylor, sophomore, pitcher, second baseman, and outfielder, takes the mound for Fairfield. It's a 5-2 lead. Woo-hoo, that wind is getting colder and colder. That's getting a little chilly, isn't it, Chris? Chris Schulte here on the camera behind me. Amy Rubin over on the left field camera. Aaron Cummins back at the shop keeping us on the air. Those folks all doing an outstanding job. My name is Bruce Dickey. You're watching us on Wabash Communications, Wabash Catch TV West. And here in Salem on Channel 3. If you're in Louisville or Florida, you're watching us on Channel 99. We do appreciate it. If you ever have any comment, by all means, get a hold of one of us. You'll find a Wabash Communications employee wherever you look. All kinds of folks hanging around. As Fairfield retakes the field for defense. And coming up to the plate for Salem is Nate Roth. Nate's had an outstanding game behind the plate. Has a hit and a fly out, so he's 1 for 2. He was caught stealing. Actually, his courtesy runner was caught stealing after Nate's hit in the 2nd inning. Caden Taylor's first pitch is strike 1. With the bases loaded. That probably gives him a little sense of comfort. Get your first pitch in there for a strike with the bases chucked like they are. It's 0-1 the count against Roth. Roth very dangerous. Strike 2. That one a bit low for Roth, but not too low for Blue. That one I'll want.
I got it.
Thanks, man. Next one, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Roth is done as the ball got away. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. One of my sheets got away as I was trying to put my coat on. It's starting to get cold. And that's a big second out for Salem. Roth strikes out swinging. Taylor next to Addison Box is out of the game. This is Trevor Cummins. Cummins watches ball 1 go by. There's second pitch is ball 2. There's no place to put him if you're Fairfield. 2 strikeouts so far for Box, but Cummins is a different story. Base is still loaded. Taylor's next one is outside ball 3. 3-0 the count. And Caden Taylor is going to have to bring something closer to the plate to try to keep from getting another run. Next pitch is ball 4. And that will bring in a run. Isaac Hayes will score from third, move everybody up. Manning to third, Phillips to second, and put Trevor Cummins on the base on balls. And that makes it 5-2-3 now. 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Mules jumped out to a 5-0 lead, and the Wildcats have scored 3 in a row since. There's a strike to Brett Whitney. Whitney on the mound right now for the Wildcats. Puts the bat on his shoulder, watches the second one go through. That's ball 1. 1-1 to count. 2 outs, 5-3 the score. 2 runs already in for Salem. As Fanning tries to do some decoying off of third base, see if he can't get Caden Taylor maybe a little confused. And that'll be strike 2 to Whitney. Taylor out of the stretch, fires, curveball out and low and outside. So 2-2 the count now for Whitney. Whitney's a big boy. He's a junior, and he watches ball 3 go by. So again, bases chucked, full count for Caden Taylor and Brett Whitney. Who's going to win the contest? Full count pitch is fouled out of play into that nice baby blue home over there. If you're buying siding, that's probably colonial blue. Got a nice back porch too. Vinyl railings. Next one from Taylor, swung through, strike 3. But the Salem Wildcats come up with a couple of runs on 2 hits, and going into the top of the 6th inning, it is Fairfield 5, Salem 3. We'll be back after these.
Welcome to the world of custom embroidery. Shirt Tales is here to service all of your embroidery and screen printing needs. From ball caps to teddy bears, we have it all. We also sell Green Mountain grills and all the necessary products for your backyard barbecue. Call us today at 662-2451 or stop by 134 West North Avenue in Flora or visit us online at shirt-tales.net.
Clay County State Bank has been proudly serving the surrounding areas for any and all banking needs since 1905. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, they are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 665-3314, visit claycountybank.com, or in person at 111 North Church Street in Louisville.
When you want it fixed right the first time, there's only one name to call: Landers. We've been serving Salem and surrounding areas with top quality collision repair for over 20 years. And we're stronger than ever. We owe all of our success to you and your faith in our work. Our promise to you is when it's fixed for life. So if you find yourself in a mess, call the best. Big or small, we tow and fix them all. 1-888-LANDERS. Give us a call. You'll be glad you did. When you want it fixed right the first time, there's only one name to call.
So Brett Whitney heads back out to the mound for Salem, the big junior for the Wildcats, and he will chuck it home to Blake Pruitt. Pruitt, the number 9 hitter for Fairfield, third baseman. It'll be Pruitt followed by Wyatt Gilbert and Bryn Hobbs. Pruitt down the third base line. That's foul. Pruitt fouls out his first, fouls his first 2 attempts here in this top of the 6th inning. Fairfield with 5-3 lead. And Brett Whitney blows that one by Blake Pruitt. He strikes out looking for the first out of the inning. Pruitt, by the way, was 0 for 2 going into that, now 0 for 3. Did reach on an error his first time up. Wyatt Gilbert now heads to the plate here in the 6th. He has 3 hits, 2 singles and a double. Salem has had a heck of a time getting him off the base paths. He ran himself out of the base path in the first inning. He was out trying to stretch a single to a double. He watches the first pitch go through for a strike, and then knocks the second one to center field. Long run for the left fielder is going to make the play. Good play out there by Zach Livesay, helping out Lucas Morris when Morris was too deep. So F7 is the second out, and Bryn Hobbs will approach the bag for the home plate with 2 outs. Working into a fast top of the 6th for Brett Whitney. First pitch fouled out of play. Whitney works pretty quickly anyway. He's a man after any fielder's heart. Fielders like to see their pitchers work in a brisk fashion, and Whitney does so. He throws strike 2 right by Hobbs. Whitney's on the verge of about a 7-pitch inning here. That one fouled out of play. That one hit a car pretty good. Did they hit 2 cars? Bummer. It's terrible that I giggled and then said bummer. Makes the body men happy. There's another pop foul. That one may stay in play. As folks look for it, it will get out over the top of the scorer's booth, concession stand. If you haven't been to Salem ball field here, it's just on the back side of the school. Very nice field. There's ball 1 to Hobbs. Very nice field, grass infield. They've been able to roll the moisture off of it through most of the spring, and they've gotten all their home games played. As a matter of fact, Salem comes in with a 2-9 record. Fairfield at 6-0. Next pitch is knocked to the shortstop, gathered, dropped. He picks up and throws over for the out. So a 3-up, 3-down inning as Max Phillips throws out Bryn Hobbs, and that'll do it for the Mules in the 6th. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning with Fairfield holding on to a 2-run lead over Salem. 5-3. We'll be back after these.
Back & Body Works Chiropractic has something for the whole family, and it's not just about aligning your spine. We offer acupuncture and auricular therapy for pain control, nicotine addiction, ADHD, anxiety, depression, and much more. We can help everyone in your family, from newborns to the elderly. 101 South Main Street on the Square in Louisville.
Call my mommy.
First, it was the love of your life. Then, the promotion you deserved. The daughter you planned for, and the son you didn't. Now you're ready for a new home. So how do you properly protect all this? To solve the big challenges of tomorrow, start with simple steps today. At Country Financial, if you're ready to start, we're ready to help. So let's get started.
We will help you manage your everyday risk. My mission is to protect and secure what matters most to you, your world.
First, it was the love of
Welcome back to Salem Community High School, the home of the Wildcats. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, Caden Taylor, the second pitcher of the game for Fairfield. Taylor just a sophomore. And he will face Levi Hayes, followed by Justin Schutte and Zach Livesay for Salem. Levi Hayes wears number 15 for the Wildcats. He is a junior. As that quick inning has brought Taylor back out to the mound in a hurry. 3 runs on 4 hits for the Wildcats to this point. 5 runs on 8 hits for Fairfield. Bottom of the 6th inning. Taylor looking at a 0-1 count. Now it's even up at 1-1 as Hayes watches that one go through. A little low and outside. Ball 2 or ball 1. There's a right back comebacker just through the pitching box, and that gets out to center field for a base hit for Levi Hayes. Well, a good thing that Caden Taylor's a thin young man. He might have eaten that one. It was chucked back in a hurry. Justin Schutte, third baseman, will come up for the Wildcats as the ball gets away from Pruitt, and that's going to send Hayes down to second base on the pass ball. Actually, probably more like a wild pitch on that one. I'll give that a wild pitch. Taylor with a man on second base. Mules clinging to a 2-run lead. He fires home to Schutte, and he swings and fouls it. 1-1 the count. 5-3 the lead for Fairfield. Mules need 6 more outs. Salem wants 3 more runs. As that ball in the dirt. It's ball 2, 2-1 to Schutte. He's the number 9 hitter in the lineup for Salem. Schutte, he has been on the base paths both trips to the plate today as he swings at strike 2. Been on the base paths both times. Got a base hit in the first, in the third inning, and walked in the 5th when Salem scored 2 runs. Schutte was thrown out in a hot box situation before the run scored, as Alec Pruitt ran him back and got him at third base. Next pitch is ball 3, held on to by Pruitt. So a full count against Schutte with a man on second base here in the bottom of the 6th. And he bounces it foul out of play. That might have bounced back into his leg. Caden Taylor on the mound, looks inward to Alec Pruitt for the sign. Now checks back on the runner, fires home for ball 4. Little high, and Caden Taylor's getting himself into a pickle as the first 2 men are on. Single and a walk puts Salem men at first and second. Fairfield's pitcher Caden Taylor now facing the top of the lineup, and Zach Livesay, followed by Isaac Hayes and Trevor Banning, barring somebody getting out on the base pass. As a fake bunt there for Zach Livesay. Livesay so far today 1 for 3, got a base hit in that 5th inning and scored as Salem picked up their 2nd and 3rd runs. Taylor's next, a bit high. Pruitt doing a nice job holding on to that pitch. That one tried to get away from him. Sun's shining on us, but there's clouds all over the sky. Might need to get the lights on here eventually. There's a fake bunt, and they throw down to third, so back out to second to try to get the runner. Levi Hayes is back safely. It's a little dangerous, but Brent Hobbs was out there ready to hold on. Everybody else was in the middle of the bunt play as Gilbert was heading to third base, and Pruitt was heading in to try to field the ball on a potential bunt. That pitch knocked foul out of play. The count moves to 1-2. Zach Livesay got a hit and a run. 1 for 3. Taylor's next delivery is strike 3. Good little curveball, a little bit low, and Livesay swung right through it. First out of the inning for Salem. Still men on second and first and second. Second base is Levi Hayes. First base is Justin Schutte. And Isaac Hayes steps into the batter's box. Isaac Hayes 0 for 2. He walked and scored last inning as he takes ball 1. 5-3 the score in favor of Fairfield. Strike 1 goes across the plate. Fairfield scored 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. They led 5-0 before Salem pushed 1 across in the fourth and 2 in the fifth. Taylor's next one is swung on and hit down the third base line, gathered by Pruitt, thrown to first base. Too late, safe at first. That'll load the bases. Base hit for Isaac Hayes. That was a tough play for Pruitt, as Mules were looking for that ball to maybe roll out of play, foul, and Pruitt went ahead and picked it up before it, well, he still thought he had a chance to get the runner. As it is, loads the bases with the very tough Trevor Banning coming to the plate. 1 out, bases loaded. It's Banning. He watches strike 1 go past. Levi Hayes at third, Justin Schutte at second now. And Isaac Hayes at first. Swing and a hard shot down the third baseline, but foul. Puts Banning in an 0-2 hole. Banning has scored, has a double, and a walk. So he's 1 for 2. Mules gave themselves all kinds of trouble walking people in that 5th inning, as Taylor's next delivery bounces a little bit low, stopped by Pruitt. Nowhere to go for the runner at third, so he'll stay there. That is Levi Hayes standing on third base. Schutte at second. Isaac Hayes at first. 1-2 count to Banning. And the curveball stays inside, does not cut across the plate. That was a slow ball. Did not fool Trevor Banning. It's 2-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. High school baseball, you play 7. And he swings through that one. That's strike 3. Tough pitch there. Tough out for the Mules. Trevor Banning goes and takes a seat. 2nd out of the inning. Brings up Max Phillips. Phillips walked with the bases loaded last inning. Got a run in. Check that, Phillips was up whenever the first out was made by Justin Schutte. And then he walked. One and 0 now to Max Phillips, the shortstop. Fairfield leads by 2, 5-3. Been a good ball game, tight ball game. As that one is a little bit low and outside. Ball 2. 5-3 Fairfield by 2. Bottom of the 6th. Taylor on the mound. Caden Taylor. Alec Pruitt behind the plate. Taylor out of the stretch with the bases loaded. Fires home. Strike 1. As I'm kind of surprised he let that one go. Phillips, that would look like it was straight down the middle, about thigh high. But when you have 2 balls, I guess you want to see if you can't get that third one. Taylor takes a look and throws it high for ball 3. 3-1. Now the count, nowhere to put Max Phillips. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. 3-1 the count to Phillips, the shortstop. Next one is a swung and knocked to the third baseman. He gathers, fires to first, and it's in the dirt, and the run will score. Pruitt kind of bobbled it, had to gather and throw, and it was too late. Levi Hayes scores the run, and that cuts the lead to 5-4. Salem is, and Salem still with the bases loaded. Schutte now on third base. And you know, Justin Schutte would love to score and have an opportunity to erase that play where he made an out there in the 5th inning. Ball knocked into foul territory. That was a well-hit baseball. I'm going to say, was that going to hit my car? No, that went a long way past my car. That was not going to hit my car. He put it a long way out there. Nate Roth, the catcher, at the plate. He watches ball 1 go past. Roth on the day with he's 1 for 3, had a single in the 2nd inning. Struck out his last time up. 5-4 the score. Fairfield leads by 1. Salem trails by 1, but they have the bases loaded. And there's no place to put Roth. Nate Roth, the catcher, did a nice job behind the plate all night for Salem. Caden Taylor eyes it and throws it. The right-handed pitch outside. 3-1. You'd hate to walk in a tying run if you're Caden Taylor. You'd love to have the tying run walk in if you're Nate Roth. And he pops it up to the left side. Is Wyatt Gilbert going to have a chance? He does. Wyatt Gilbert makes the catch in fair territory, and that'll do it for the Wildcats. But after 6 innings, Wildcats have cut it to 1. Fairfield leads the game 5-4. We'll be back after these messages.
Ed Lewis Trucking, headquartered in Louisville, Illinois, was founded by Ed and Joan Lewis. Ed Lewis Trucking has expanded their fleet from just 4 to 70 trucks. Having started as a true mom-and-pop business with 4 employees, Ed Lewis Trucking currently has 90 employees. Ed Lewis Trucking, quality service, quality people.
The Iuka State Bank has been serving our customers for over 106 years. Since 1910, we based our business on a simple approach. Start with people, build lasting relationships, serve our communities. Now, with 4 locations to better serve you, we invite you to stop by, visit, and see for yourself. We look forward to the next 106 years and to seeing you soon.
In this moment, what matters most is the quality of your independent agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome back to Salem. Bruce Dickey here. Aaron Cummins back at the shop. Amy Rubin over there on the right field camera. Chris Schulte here on the left, or pardon me, Chris Schulte on the right field camera, Amy Rubin on the left side. Fairfield scored the first 5 of the runs of the game. Salem has responded with 4 of their own. And Fairfield now leads at 5-4. As we go to the top of the 7th inning, Cade Carter at the plate for the Mules. Came in hitting 590, and he is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts looking. Not anymore as he knocks this one to deep center. He's going to be 0 for 4. It's caught by the center fielder, but he didn't strike out looking that time. Lucas Morris with the nice play. Cade Carter flies to center. First out of the inning. Mules went out 3 up, 3 down in the 6th. Only 4 batters in the 5th. So Whitney has been outstanding for Salem. This one bounced to the 3rd baseman. He gathers and fires, and it gets away from the 1st baseman, but Alec Pruitt's not going to try to advance. That was a tough play anyway. I'll give him a base hit on that. And that would have taken a heck of a throw, heck of a gather and throw to get him. So with 1 out, Fairfield with a man at first base. Michael Garrett will come to the plate. Garrett moved out to right field after pitching the first 4 innings. And the first pitch in from Brett Whitney is a called strike on a curveball. Flew right back in. 5-4, Fairfield with that one-run lead here in the top half of the 7th inning. That ball bounces in the dirt, but nothing that Pruitt can do on the base paths with it. Whitney, kind of an interesting motion. He hardly has much of a wind-up at all. Even after the stretch, he basically brings the arm from his hip and fires. As he throws that one home, it's fouled away. 2-2 the count with one out here in the top of the 7th. Michael Garrett at the plate. Garrett on the game is 2 for 2, hit by a pitch as well. And he'll strike out this trip. Swings through it. And he'll head to the bench. Second out. Mules now with 9 hits, by the way, but a 5-4 lead. That one knocked out foul by Tyler Hooper. He's the left fielder for Fairfield. He comes up. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And there's a strike. It's 0-2. Whitney gets the ball and he throws strikes. He peeks over at first base. Now he throws, and the ball popped up into short right field. Just good enough for the right fielder to get to it, and that will do it for the Mules. As a nice play on the baseball by Trevor Banning in right field now. And Salem down by 1 run will have a chance here in the bottom of the 7th inning. They trail 5-4. We'll be back after these words.
Here at Elizabeth Collision Center, when you walk in, you become part of our family. Our number one thing here is not just turning a profit. Our number one thing here is serving our community. And that is very important to me. Know this, you can trust us, and we'll wheel and deal.
This is Jeff Morgan at the Minor League in Salem. Does your school, organization, or company have any custom apparel needs? Minor League is the leading screen printing and embroidery company in the region. What about signs, banners, trophies, plaques, or sporting goods? Minor League is here for you. Come and see what Minor League can do for you today. Find our friendly staff ready to serve you at 115 West Main in downtown Salem, or call 548-8040.
Come join us at Glamour Farms Boutique, where you will find a variety of shoes, accessories, and clothing in both Missy and curvy styles that are sure to complement every woman's natural beauty. Visit our store during our new store hours, located along US Route 45 in Louisville, or visit us online at glamourfarms.com.
So, here at Salem, we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Fairfield with 9 hits and 5 runs. Salem, on the other hand, with 7 hits and 4 runs. As we move to the bottom of the 7th inning, Salem needs a run to extend the game and 2 runs to win it. Throw that way, please. Thank you. And they will send to the plate big old Trevor Cummins. There's number 23 for the Wildcats, and he'll be followed by Brett Whitney and Levi Hayes. Those fellows have caused some trouble for Caden Taylor. Taylor on the mound now for Fairfield. Cummins is a senior, and he watches strike one go through after watching ball one go. It's 1-1. Mules in the last 3 or 4 innings have been somewhat ineffective finding the strike zone, and Salem has found their way back into it. 5-4 as Cummins swings through that one. 1-2 the count. Make that 2-2. Is that you? Okay. Taylor's next one. Swung on and fouled away by Cummins. Hanging on. Still 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out. It'll be Cummins followed by Whitney and Levi Hayes as the sun has now gone behind the clouds. Chris has gone to get his coat. Looks like Amy's over there wearing a parka. And I've got to get my coat too. It got chilly. It was nice about an hour and a half ago, and it has been windy and getting a little chillier. Not as bad as, not as windy and cold as the last couple of nights, though. I'm not complaining. 3-2, full count, and he swings, knocks it foul over the left side. Out of play into the batting cage. Cummins hanging on. Making life difficult for Caden Taylor. He wants to make life very difficult for the Fairfield Mules. Full count, knocked down the left side, foul again. Cummins just getting a little bit too far out in front. You got to figure they'd put in a courtesy runner for Cummins if he got on. As Taylor's full count delivery is knocked to the right side, gathered by Hobbs. He fires to first for the out. 4-3 the scoring for those of you at home. And that's the first out here of the 7th inning. Five for the Mules lead the Wildcats. Been a dandy game. 0-1 now the count as the first pitch watched for strike one by Brett Whitney. Whitney's came in and pitched outstanding baseball for the Wildcats. He's trying to make some hay at the plate. He struck out his last trip. 1-1 the count as he watches ball 2 go through. Fairfield bench on their feet, standing at the gate there, looking to get their 7th win of the year. Salem working to get their 3rd. As ball 3 is outside. Next one from Caden Taylor. 3-1 count, and there is strike 2. That must curve back in, don't you think? No kidding. Talking to Chris Schulte on camera 1, and Amy Rubin on camera 2. Aaron Cummins back here at the Salem station. Full count to Whitney, and he'll head and take his base as he waited out Caden Taylor and finally earned the walk. So the tying run now at first base in the form of Brett Whitney. That will bring Levi Hayes to the plate. Levi got a single and scored in that 6th inning. You watch a strike 1 go by. Salem very patient here as the game has worn on. Now initially with Michael Garrett, and now with Caden Taylor. 0-1 the count. Pruitt throws back to first. It's close, but not close enough for Fairfield's liking as Whitney gets back in time. Kobe Dagg sneaking back in there to try to make the tag. Whitney is a long way off that first base bag as ball 2 gets by Levi Hayes. On deck, Jordan Schutte. Next one there, strike 2. Swinging through. Hayes does. Strike 2 with 1 out now. 5-4 the score. Fairfield leading by 1. Tying run at first base in the form of Brett Whitney. Levi Hayes 2-2 count. Swings through it, strikes out. Big pitch from Caden Taylor. And Fairfield now 1 out away from their 7th win. Taylor now to Schutte, and it was a ball 1 to Schutte, and Pruitt thought he had Whitney too far off that time. Dag slapped the tag on him a little bit late, but boy, Whitney is playing with fire. Saw Colton Wong get picked off a first to end a baseball game in the World Series. That was bad. But now Whitney will get into scoring position as he steals it on Taylor and Pruitt. Good throw by Pruitt, just not in time. 2-0 the count. Tying run at second base. Time is called so to sweep the plate. And back on the mound, Caden Taylor, and he'll step off, looks to third, or looks to second base. Bryn Hobbs standing on second base. There's the pitch, and it is ball 3. I'm not sure Caden Taylor wants to face Livesey and Hayes and Banning again. Shoot now looking at a 3-0 count. Taylor throws a strike, strike 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Fairfield scored the first 5 runs of the game. They had 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Salem responded in the 4th inning with 1. Scored 2 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th. And there is ball 4 to put the lead run, the winning run, on base for Salem. Just another day at the old ball yard, huh, Chris? This is a good one. This is fun.
Good game.
Good game, he says. Bottom of the 7th inning. And Zach Livesey will check in at the plate. He struck out his last trip. He's 1 for 4. First pitch in the dirt. Ball 1. Caden Taylor, this is all him. Looks like they're going to give him the rest of the game, win or lose. 2 outs. Could be just 1 pitch from here on. 1-0 the count. Could be 1 pitch either way as the ball nearly gets by the catcher. Now Pruitt gathers, throws to third. It gets by Blake Pruitt into the outfield where Wyatt Gilbert will pick it up, and the tying run scores. And now the lead run is at third base. Oh, the Mules are kicking themselves, and the Wildcats are cheering. Two and 0 the count to Zach Livesey. And that one in the dirt too, makes it 3-0. As Justin Schutte is at third base. Brett Whitney scored. We're tied at 5. And the winning run, now 90 feet from home. There's the first strike on Zach Livesey. It's 3-1 with 2 outs. We're tied at 5. We could go extras. That ball popped into center field. Mules on the move, and the grab is made by Rookie Gray. So the Salem Wildcats, on a passed ball and a throwaway, get in from second base, and we're going to extra innings here. Going to the top of the 8th inning. We're tied at 5 runs apiece. We'll be back to Salem Community High School after these words.
Life is made up of moments. We care about those moments as much as you do. We are Modern Woodmen, a fraternal financial services organization, member-owned, not stockholder-run. Since 1883, we've supported families, strengthened communities, and helped people reach their financial goals. From protection to saving to retirement planning, let us help you plan for those special moments in your life.
I'm Justin Harness. Call me for career opportunities, and go Wildcats.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
So it's extra baseball here in Salem as the Wildcats have clawed from a 5-0 deficit to tie it up in the bottom of the 7th inning, and will send us to the extra innings here in the 8th. For the Mules, it's the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, rookie Gray, Caden Taylor, and Blake Pruitt, and they will face Brett Whitney, who has been lights out since taking over in about the 4th inning. Halfway through the 4th inning for the Salem Wildcats. Gray knocks one right at me, but it bounced. Thank heavens for the fence. That was going to hit me and hurt me. Foul on the right side. Whitney's next is swung on and fouled back. 1-2 the count against rookie Skylar Gray. Goes by rookie. Not a rookie anymore, he's a senior. And he will strike out on that 1-2 pitch as Whitney steps off the mound. That was with authority. Struck out swinging. Here comes Caden Taylor. Has been pitching his right fielder, started the game in right. As he's going to get on base, he knocks it back to the pitcher, and pitcher can't gather. Whitney can't gather and make the throw, so Taylor on base for the Mules. First Mule base runner in a couple of innings. Call that one a hit. As Whitney peers across and now fires home. They may have to end up turning on these lights. That is ball 1 to Blake Pruitt. Watch a strike one go past. Tied up at 5 apiece here in the top of the 8th inning. Been a dandy. Taylor at first base for the Mules. Blake Pruitt at the plate. Watches ball 2 go past. Mules scored all their runs in the first 4 innings. And Salem all there in the runs in the last 4. They each scored in the 4th. That ball fouled out of play. That hit a truck pretty hard. Whitney peers across, throws to first. Taylor's back in time. I put my box back in the truck, didn't I?
I think so.
Doggone it. Oh well. Next pitch is popped up to the left side. The third baseman comes in to make the play, makes a nice grab. Fighting that wind has been very difficult for everybody, and that was a good play by Hayes. Hayes started the game, now playing at third base. That will bring Wyatt Gilbert to the plate for Fairfield, left-handed hitter, with 2 outs and a man on first. Wyatt 3 for 4. Flied out his last trip. And he'll hit it foul out to the left side. It gets into the crowd. As the crowd that had been sitting around the wall watching the track meet and watching the baseball game It's kind of moved around the corner now over there on the left side. 2 outs, 0-1 the count to Wyatt here in the top of the 8th. We're tied to 5 runs apiece. Gilbert watches one go by for strike 2. After fouling that first one off, now he's in some trouble. 0-2, 2 outs. A little high. As Brett Whitney has to do some calisthenics to get to that one. Nate Roth behind the plate. He's had an outstanding game catching. And Wyatt Gilbert stays alive. Roth has had an outstanding game catching as both Hayes and Whitney for Salem have been occasionally wild, and Roth has been using the chest, knee, shin guards, everything to keep the ball in front of him. Doing a good job. There's ball 2. Off the stretch, Whitney throws ball 3. Full count. They don't want to put a man in scoring position, does Salem. They will do so as they walk Wyatt Gilbert. That sends Caden Taylor down to scoring position and will bring Bryn Hobbs to the plate. First pitch, he swings on from his ankles. Strike 1. Whitney glances at the man at first. Doesn't really, not much to throw at over there. Why even look at first base? Gilbert, he's not going anywhere with Taylor in front of him. Strike 2 looking that time for Hobbs. It's 1-2 the count. Hobbs needs to put the ball in play, keep this inning going for Fairfield. He will not do so as he strikes out. Good pitch from Brett Whitney. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning with Fairfield Mules and Salem Wildcats tied at 5 apiece. We'll be back after these messages.
Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous!
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening!
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up!
That's why State Farm is there, with car insurance for when things go wrong, but also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
Talk to State Farm agent Angie Borelli in Flora today.
Come on down to Zinc Building Center for all your building needs. Whether it's a do-it-yourself project or new construction, we'd love to help. See us for doors, windows, metal roofs, shingles, siding, paint, lumber, and electrical. We're located on Route 45 in Louisville.
As we move to the bottom of the 8th inning, we're in extras. Tied up at 5 runs apiece.
Heating or air conditioning problems? Appliances not working properly? Call.
Fairfield scored 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Salem came back with 1 in the fourth for themselves. 2 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, 1 in the seventh on a wacky play. Passed ball, men on first and second, a passed ball by Pruitt. Actually, wild pitch. That was down low. That was in the dirt. Got through Pruitt. He threw to third base. And it got away from his brother. And at that point, runner got up. Brett Whitney got up and ran home. We have a short delay here as one of the men in blue. They're playing the whole time. They're out there working all the time, and they needed a break as well. So now they're back. We're ready to go. And that gentleman probably feels a lot relieved. A long game. 5-5 the score. Bottom of the 8th inning. 1 run would win it for Salem. Mule looking to extend. First pitch is strike 1 to Isaac Hayes. 2, 3, and 4 hitters up for Salem here in the 8th. Fairfield led 5-0. Now game is tied at 5. That ball is knocked to center, but liner is caught by Skylar Gray. Well hit baseball. Skylar was there. That'll bring up Trevor Banning, Max Phillips on deck. Banning he's 1 for 3 today. Reached on an error, scored a run in the 4th inning. Struck out his last time up back in the 7th. Make that the 6th. Two 2-0 the count to Banning. 2-1 now. Wonder if they have the keys to the lights. Wonder how long they take to come on. Because it is beginning to get dark. Hope you're enjoying the ball game at home. Watching on Wabash Catch TV. That ball is knocked in front of the plate. Pitcher gathers, fires to Kobe Dagg for the out. 1-3 for the second out of the inning, and that will bring up Max Phillips. We may go to the 9th. Fairfield is 1 out away from sending us to the 9th. Max Phillips to the plate. He's got a couple of hits. Reached on a walk and grounded out in the 1st inning. So he's 2 for 3. First pitch is a ball. Second pitch is a ball from Caden Taylor. Taylor took over in about the 4th inning, and he's been in there ever since. Fairfield playing 4 games this week, as that one is fouled off the catcher, and Alec Pruitt will take his time to gather his wits about him. 2-1 the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Alec took a shot, I think, in the leg. Former catcher Bill Rogers out there to make sure that he's okay. Billy, the manager for Fairfield, head coach for Fairfield. He's been there now, goodness, is it 3 years? Is it 4 years? Been there a while. As Caden Taylor summits the mound and fires home. That one's in the dirt. It's 3-1. Fairfield has gotten into trouble over the past 3 or 4 innings, more from walks probably than from hits. Salem has 7 hits for their 5 runs. As that one is popped up, short right field. Brent Hobbs underneath, and he will gather. So we're going to head to the 9th inning with Fairfield coming to bat. Tied up 5 runs apiece. We'll be back after these words.
Bandy's Pharmacy, with locations in Salem, Centralia, and Irvington, are your locally owned pharmacies. At Bandy's, you'll always work with someone who greets you by name. We specialize in serving our communities with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medications and health products. Our pharmacists take the time to explain your medication and answer the questions you may have. Caring for you and about you is our #1 priority.
Marion County Savings. I enjoy working here because the employees are treated like family.
This is a great place to work, that's for sure.
We enjoy helping others.
Our customers are like family to us.
Our mobile banking app is so easy to use.
We're social. Like us on Facebook.
Thank you to our members and customers.
Catch TV West for Salem games. Yeah, YouTube search for Wabash Catch TV West. Catch TV. Yeah, Wabash Catch TV West. Type that in your search engine, and we've got a channel, and that'll this will be on that channel. Yeah. Huh? Oh, I think you've done a good job. And I didn't say anything bad about you when you ran out for relief. Welcome back here to Salem. As we get ready for the 9th inning, talking to one of the umpires, he said this is his 3rd extra inning game in a row. We should have known, Chris, coming in, that we were going into 9 innings when one of the umpires has 3 in a row. Salem scored without a hit in the 7th inning to tie it up. As we move to the 9th, tied up at 5. For Fairfield, it is Cade Carter. He'll be followed by Alec Pruitt and Michael Garrett, the heart of the Fairfield lineup. Bill Rogers coaching over at 3rd base. Caleb Smothers over here at 1st. Whitney remains in the ballgame for Salem, and he has been tremendously effective for the Wildcats. As Carter steps in, watches strike 1 go past. Cade is very patient. I think everybody knows that he's going to watch for the first strike. As the next one is outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Next from Whitney on the way, high, 2-1. Carter has only gotten on base 1 time today, and that was by way of a fielder's choice, as he knocks this one to the first baseman, and he will have a rough day. 0 for 4. Make that 0 for 5 for Cade Carter. As the first baseman handles it unassisted. Alec Pruitt up next for the Mules, followed by Michael Garrett. And should anybody get on, Hooper. He throws it, knocks it to the shortstop, 6-3. And there's about 4 pitches, or 3 pitches, and the Wildcats have 2 outs already. They still, well, now they've started to crank the lights on, so we will be here till we're finished. Talking to the umpire, one of those extra inning games the last 2 days, they had to call it for darkness, no lights at the field. We'll see how our camera equipment works in the dark. Probably pretty good. Want to know the count now to Michael Garrett. Garrett pitched the first 4. Pitched quite well. Well, both teams have pitched well all day long. In a high school game, you get this far with only 5 runs apiece, you got to be pretty happy with pitching performances for both teams. As Garrett watches strike 1 go past. Wind is still blowing straight in from center field as Garrett knocks it that direction. Is it going to get down? It gets to the wall in between the right fielder and the center fielder. Garrett heads to second, gets away from the second baseman. Garrett will not try to advance, so the double for Garrett leaves the Mules alive this inning. And Tyler Hooper heads to the plate with a man in scoring position. For Garrett, that was his third hit of the game. He's 3 for 4 with a hit by pitch. As Hooper comes to the plate, he is 0 for 3 with a walk. Hooper looking for his first hit of the game. And he bounds it to the second baseman, gathers and throws in time. And that will do it for the Mules here in the top of the 9th inning. They waste a double from Michael Garrett. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Salem will be up when we return. We're tied 5 runs apiece. Back after these.
At LTD Ford, we're committed to keeping your vehicle running like the day you took it home. From transmissions to brakes, batteries to tires, our ASE certified team will fix it fast and fix it right the first time. All at the price that will leave you smiling. And don't forget, at LTD Ford, our fast lane service is open Monday through Saturday with no appointment necessary for your convenience. Let Leonard, Tim, and the rest of the LTD team show you the difference. Visit us at 848 East Nolman in Centralia.
Fiber to the home is a new and fast-growing method of providing higher bandwidth to consumers and businesses. Connecting homes directly to fiber optic cables enables large improvements in the bandwidth for faster internet download speeds and allowing you to have expanded television options. Only Wabash built a fiber optic network in this area. Wabash's internet service includes unlimited data usage, consistent and reliable service with 24/7 emergency tech support. Call 665-3311 now to sign up for one of our upgraded packages.
There are 3 YouTube channels, folks. If you're listening and not if you're watching at home and want to catch a game on your computer at some point, Wabash Catch TV handles the Louisville games and Sisney games, whereas Wabash Catch TV West channel handles these Salem games, and that's where we are tonight. Also, there's the Big Talk with Bruce Dickey channel, and at 9 o'clock every day, we have a interesting conversations with folks from around the area. So, Wabash bringing content to you. As the first batter knocks it, that's Nate Roth knocks it out to center, where Rookie Gray makes the catch. And Roth will take a seat. Roth 1 for 4 at that point, now 1 for 5. And that will bring Trevor Cummins to the plate. Big Trev steps up there as the lights beginning to take some effect here on the Salem High School field. Cummins swings through strike 1. As they're announcing I believe the track meet finally ending over there. Salem has all their main sports fields right here together. 2-1 the count. Caden Taylor remains pitching. Alec Pruitt behind the plate. He's had a long night. This is the bottom of the 9th inning, tied up at 5. Cummins bounces it off his foot. That had to hurt. As it's getting a little colder, that might add a little bit more sting. Huh?
He'll feel that.
He will feel that one tomorrow. Buell scored 5 in the first 4 innings. Had 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Salem responded with 1 in the fourth themselves, followed by 2 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, and they scored their 5th run in the 7th inning without the need of a hit. Curveball in too tight for Cummins. It's a full count now. 1 out for Salem as Cummins knocks it to the left side, gathered by a shortstop, fires to first, and he had the good play in time. Cummins had a shot, thought he got there possibly, but a dandy throw from Wyatt Gilbert gets Cummins at first base, and a good scoop from Kobe Dagg. So 2 outs, and up at the plate will be Brett Whitney. Whitney did not play until they inserted him to pitch in about the 4th inning, and he's really been one of the big stories of this game. He has given up no runs to the Mules in those 5 innings now he's pitched, as he watches the first 2 go by for ball 1 and ball 2. Next one is a strike, as I'll bet you this ball game belongs to Caden Taylor the rest of the way, no matter how long it goes. Whitney hits the next one foul out of play. That's going to, it's Raymond at a van. Ooh, it hit it. I thought it might bounce just short of that gold minivan, but it hit the fender, front fender. Taylor's next pitch is knocked to the right side. Almost gets through, and does end up getting through Bryn Hobbs. Hobbs got a glove on it, but was unable to come up with it in the dust. And Brett Whitney stands on first base with a 2-out hit. Eighth hit of the game for Salem. That ball gets away from Alec Pruitt, and that puts Whitney in scoring position. Nick Hess watched that first ball go by. Pardon me, Levi Hayes. Hayes with a hit and a strikeout today. Taylor looks at second base where Whitney is, dancing dangerously off that second base. He's the winning run for Salem. Salem made the first 2 outs of the inning, but now they are threatening here in this bottom of the 9th. Whoever was driving the gold van just decided to leave. They'd had enough. Their van got hit. It's time to go. It's also 7 o'clock. And they throw back to the shortstop, and it's over his head. Whitney cannot advance as Rookie Gray is in to back up Wyatt Gilbert. A little bit high. A little dangerous, too. 2-1 the count. Taylor's next offering is a strike 2. Strike 2 to Levi Hayes. Would a hit bring Whitney home? We'll see. 2-2, make it full. Count now full. Zach Livesay on deck. Pardon me, Justin Schutte on deck. As Caden Taylor eyes the prize at home plate, Levi Hayes, and throws it outside. Ball 4. Actually, that run really doesn't matter at all to the Mules right now. It's the runner on second base that means everything for Fairfield at this point. Billy Rogers will head out to have a chat with his pitcher and maybe making a change. I might be just a little bit wrong whenever I thought that Caden Taylor was going to be in for the rest of it. We'll see what happens. Caden Taylor may have hit a pitch limit too. And it looks like the Mules will bring in a new pitcher. Is that Gray coming in from center field, I believe? Taylor gets the glad hand from Billy Rogers and heads to the bench to go get his fielder's glove, probably. As it is, Rookie Gray coming in to try to finish off this 9th inning for Salem. We're tied at 5, bottom of the 9th inning, men on first and second, 2 out for the Wildcats. Wildcats will bring a courtesy runner in for Levi Hayes as Check that the courtesy runner is coming in for the pitcher, Brett Whitney. Going to put a little speed down at second base in the form of Jacob Harness. Harness has been a courtesy runner once tonight. I think he's coming in. No, that's Whitney still in the game. That's a 16. So Harness behind the current pitcher of Salem, Brett Whitney, heading back to second base as Skylar Gray works on his warm-up. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. We're tied 5 runs apiece. Salem with 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. Not much power today from anybody. Early on there were a couple balls hit to the wall, but not much since then. That wind has been wicked, blowing straight in. And Skylar Gray is ready to go. The umpires tell him he's ready to go. Brett Whitney stands on second base. Jacob Harness standing on first for Salem. They just need Whitney to get in. At the plate is Justin Schutte. He swings over the top of the first pitch from Skylar Gray, rookie. He's a senior. Left-hander. Second one swung through. He's throwing some heated strikes out there. He's 1 out away from sending us to the 10th inning. 1 pitch away. And as the next pitch is high and outside. One and 2 the count. Winning run on second base. That ball knocked to the shortstop, bounces over his head. Whitney heads around third toward the plate, and he scores. The Salem Wildcats win on a hit from Justin Schutte. They mob him at first base as that ball took a wicked hop on Wyatt Gilbert. Everybody, I thought he had an eye on it, and that ball just took a bounce at the edge of the infield, went right over his head, and the 5-run lead that Fairfield had disappeared and dissipated into the night as the Salem Wildcats, on the hit by Justin Schutte, win the ball game. They scored 6 runs on 9 hits, and the biggest one being the Brett Whitney hit. Here in the second biggest one was the Brett Whitney hit with 2 outs in the 9th inning. That was followed by Levi Hayes working a walk, and that Whitney was already at second base on a steal. And then Justin Schutte, he came up 5 times in the last 5 innings, and I tell you what a night for Justin Schutte. Just a, how old is that kid? He is the hero tonight. He's a senior. He's the 3rd baseman and number 9 hitter, and he came through big. Again, your final score. In 9 innings, the Salem Wildcats defeat the Fairfield Mules 6-5. For Amy Rubin, for Chris Schulte, for Aaron Cummins back at the station here in Salem. I am Bruce Dickey. Hope you've had a wonderful evening watching Salem Wildcats baseball. We'll have the Wildcats again for you against Columbia on May 1st. Do stick around and watch Wabash Catch TV and Wabash Catch TV West. Thanks for watching tonight. Again, in 9 innings, it's Salem over Fairfield, 6-5. So long from Salem Community High School.